Isolation.
Bite your tongue.
No way out.
These are the words of students who have experienced racism on our campus. Over the past year, national conversation has exploded over the topics of racism following the inexcusable murders of Black Americans by law enforcement. In response to the social strife and unrest that our country is facing, we felt compelled to take action and address the difficulties present within our own community at Jesuit High School. In May of 2020, our school held listening sessions in order to give students an opportunity to voice their opinions and experiences with race and racism on campus. The results of the listening session were extremely telling and revealed that many students on campus had experienced racism or racial jokes and felt as if they were not equal members of our own school community. It was clear that there was a lack of kinship present. We as a community needed to reflect on how we could help address these issues and come out stronger as a unified whole, whose actions adequately represent the Ignatian values of compassion, empathy, and kinship. 5 students, including ourselves, realized this need for reckoning and action and subsequently co-authored a school-wide letter to our administration advocating for a shift in our school culture with a goal of putting an end to racism and inequality present on campus. We sought a more diverse curriculum, a zero-tolerance policy towards racism, and a formation of a true school community rooted in kinship and compassion. As Jesuit students, we've been taught to question the status quo, that when something is wrong, to redress it. This pertains to all of us, students, teachers, administrators, parents, all members of our community, as to avoid the culture of complicity that allows behaviors and norms to go unchecked.
Following the publication of the letter, we received tremendous support from teachers, faculty, administrators, and our peers. However, our letter did receive backlash from various people in our school community. They went to the school board of trustees and even went as far as to publish a letter of their own. In life, anytime we receive criticism from someone, we can feel disheartened and defeated. That is how I initially remember feeling after this experience, disheartened and defeated. When it comes to fighting for justice, overcoming these feelings of defeat can be an uphill battle. By a show of hands, how many of you have ever, at some point in your life, felt disheartened or defeated? Keep your hands up and look around you. You are not alone. In the case of our experience with our letter, as we dealt with the criticism, we reflected and thought of why people would react so negatively to something meant to bring about positive change. In society, people sometimes react negatively to social change because it is easier for humanity to ignore the problem rather than solve it. It is easier for us to pretend that the negative aspects in life simply don't exist. But it is important for us to address these aspects because they show us a path forward towards positive growth. Through this experience, we learned to become inspired by people's attempts to silence us. These people's negative reaction made us realize that we have a lot of work to do and helped us understand that we may be young, but we ourselves have the power to make a tremendous impact. We felt compelled to stand up for the voices our society chooses to ignore and bring about change. That is why we're here today, telling our story. As people of faith, we are called to know and accept ourselves as being loved by others and being personally known and loved by God. We are also called to see and understand obstacles to human growth in the world, such as hate, while recognizing the ability of people and structures to change. We are challenged each and every day to be leaders and advocates for change in society. As members of the Ignatian family and student leaders, we are called to live our lives by these 3 steps.
Step 1, listen with an open heart and mind. In order for us to be agents of justice, we have to first be able to identify the issues present within our society today. We have to be willing to listen to people and their experiences and how they are feeling. We have to listen in such a manner where we do not let our own beliefs and experiences invalidate those of other individuals. Step 2, find compassion. Father Greg Boyle states that the measure of our compassion lies not in the service of those on the margins, but in our ability to see ourselves in kinship with them. We have to have compassion. We have to believe wholeheartedly in the dignity, equality, and justice deserved by each and every individual. Step 3, respond with care. Once we have recognized injustice, once we have found compassion and established kinship, we must take action. We must respond to those affected by hate and injustice with care and ensure that no distance exists between us, for we are all equal in the eyes of God. We have to look within ourselves and reflect on how we as individuals can become better people and eliminate the harm we inflict on others. We have to lead by example. If we live by these 3 steps, it is possible for us not only to imagine a path forward towards complete equality and kinship, but it is possible for us to make this dream a reality. Repeat after me. Listen with an open heart and mind.
Find compassion.
Respond with care.
Thank you.